Good evening, my friends. Um, I'm back on the air again. It's 2024 now. It's partly way through January, and we've got to start to take a look at what's going on in the world. And first of all, in Russia, Putin is still in there, the Antichrist, and uh, and Biden is still president, but I think he's going to run against Donald Trump. Looks like the only other guy out there right now. The other people are sort of not any danger to Donald Trump in winning a president or the nomination for the Republican Party and the president of the United States eventually. I say, and so that's two of the sixes, and the third six is Xi Jinping in China. So there's your three sixes. It says a wise person would know who the three sixes are. So there are your three sixes. Xi Jinping, and our Mr. Putin, the Antichrist, and the false prophet Donald Trump. Nobody could be falser than that guy. So things are shaping up for there'll be three dictators by the time Donald Trump gets through with the United States. This time he didn't. He's not just running to be president; he's running to be dictator of the United States. There's going to be as they put one of those banana Republicans, banana republics, banana Republicans. That's what they are, because they want to change the United States into one party, the Republicans, a one party country like the communists in China and Russia. And Putin wants things the way it was back before Perestroika and before Gorbachev. And he wants to change it back to something similar to what the USSR was before and encompass even more property. And the Russia is already three times larger than any other country in the world. So it's already really big. So that's a bit of an update. And, I don't want to make this very lengthy. You'll see that these things are going to come true in the next little while. I mean, I don't seem to be getting the piles of followers that I was expecting. And that's upsetting to me. But I've been pretty dramatic. And this time I have more to say because it says that this is going to shape up before the big battle for the world goes off, and then it's nuclear war is a terrible thing. It says in Revelations that people will die like the sands on the beaches. It's just going to be devastating. So I hope the world gets wise and changes its way, but the prophets knew that eventually the world would end, even in days where there was no reason to think we would have power like this that we have now. Lucifer means angel of light, yeah, but it's his light is sort of like dark matter. Oh, I've started to look at dark matter and dark energy is maybe God controlling this 5% of the universe that is visible. They say we're seeing very, very little of the universe. They said the rest, most is dark matter and light matter. And I listened to these talking heads, and they've got no explanation any more obvious than the fact that God created everything. God is through everything. Everything that God is in everything, alive or ever going to be alive. The genes, all this has all been written down in God's big book how to create a man. He created us. He created. I would say man was his greatest creation on the earth because he made us in his image and likeness. And he, he didn't make himself in our image and likeness. He became flesh and dwelt among us. So in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were created by him, and without him not a thing was made that was made. And him and his word have permeated everything in the universe. Out of 100 elements, God has made everything for us to see. And I do believe Einstein's energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. Quantum theory doesn't really counteract that. It's just like when you've got an infinite deck and an infinite way of. They're talking about quantum. Uh, oh, what do they call them? Quantum computers, which will instead of having single bytes, which is on off, they have we have I have a trillion of them in this, or half a trillion of them in this computer. They have these ones will have all different directions, not just on and up and down, sideways, all around. And so you'd be able to do very uh, much computing in a much smaller area. And that's in the near future. They're building these quantum computers now in this world. So uh, and God made us, and He put it in His hands for us to take control of the world and to make it a better place. So God bless you all, and keep you until the next time I get on, and I will tell you other things and events that are shaping up. But you'll see in the next little while as these as Donald Trump wins state by state the Republican nomination, it'll be eh, it'll be those three sixes in the end fighting it out, and it looks like they both got cooperation from that North Korean leader John. I'm trying to think of his name. Kim Jong Un, something like that. Kim Jong Un, who was in Russia just last week, and has always worked with the Chinese. So there's some working together over there, but nothing that can link China directly to what's happening. China's having a few problems with food, and the country isn't doing that well. Well, the Yellow River is dried up. Things are not functioning as well, and I hope, I pray that the people have a good life in China and around the world, and that all this stuff doesn't happen. But I know what's going to happen, and it's scary. So God bless you all, and we'll talk to you again. Thanks very much. Good night.